He is here to talk a couple of movies. Good morning, David Blaustein.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Bartolo Colon in that hot dog eating contest.
Yes. Do you have any bone spurs in your microphone there, or are you all right?
I said to a few people that I thought that Syndergaard would probably wind up getting Tommy John surgery before the season is out.
Yes.
And because he has to. He's a Mets pitcher.
Yes.
It's a rite of passage. So, it's a little upsetting. But you know what? The pitching hasn't been so bad. I mean, it's the lack of offense.
Yes.
So, bone spurs be damned. I mean, I wish they would hit a little better. But nice that they beat the Cubs last night.
Yes, at least we have that going for ourselves. All right, let's talk a little movies. What's the big weekend movie?
Well, literally the big one would be the BFG. Unfortunately, I can't review it because I didn't see it. It's also a Disney movie, so my opinion would be skewed because I would tell you that I love it because it's a Disney movie.
You have bad-mouthed Disney movies before.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, no, I absolutely have. I will say, obviously I know quite a few critics, and my friends are mixed. I mean, I know a couple of people who liked it. I don't know one person who has loved it, and then I have another friend who's a critic who didn't like it. I just want to be fair, since I didn't see it. I'm telling you what some of my friends who are critics think, and I don't know anyone personally who is raving about it.
What does BFG stand for?
Big Friendly Giant.
Aha.
Oh.
Some people have replaced friendly with another word.
Mm-hmm.
Foreign.
Yes.
Big foreign giant.
Aha, interesting.
All right, so I'll talk to you about The Legend of Tarzan and the Purge election year. We'll start with the Purge election year. I want to say that this franchise, there's a brilliance about it. I mean, they're glorified snuff movies. They're stylized, glorified snuff movies is what they really are. But the first movie cost $3 million to make and went on to make something like $90 million. The two movies together cost a grand total of $12 million, and they made about $200 million in worldwide box office receipts. If you're not familiar with what The Purge is about, it takes place in the not-so-distant future of the United States, and where they have to reform the government, and they have something called the New Founding Fathers. And they've created something called The Purge, which is a 12-hour period, one designated day a year, where everybody can kill each other, and it's legal. And it is actually, in this world, it has improved the employment. Unemployment has gone down, the economy has gotten better, and it's really, it's sick and it's twisted. And the second movie I thought was just absolutely awful. Now, the second movie starred a guy named Frank Grillo, who's, really terrific character actor, who's been in a lot of things. He actually was the best part about the second movie. Just the second movie was so weak. He's back for this third movie. He's very charismatic. They team him up with Elizabeth Mitchell. A lot of people may remember her from Lost. And Elizabeth Mitchell, a very, very, very good actress and a good scene partner for him. She plays a senator who wants to get rid of the Purge, and she is actually gaining ground on the presidential candidate who represents the old regime. So they're going to use the Purge to try to get rid of her. There are better characters. The movie actually looks better. Some of this movie really actually surprisingly looks great. I like this one the best out of the three, but it's still a sick, disgusting, twisted, gratuitously violent movie. A lot of people like that. If they're into it, I think they'll like this one. 3 out of 5 stars. Next we have a Tarzan movie. Now, here's my issue with the Tarzan movie. Very good. McGraw, is that you?
Yeah.
I'm busy laughing.
Oh, okay. I thought that was actually you doing that, because that was great.
I'm here
and
for you.
That's what I expect from you. But, nobody cares about Tarzan anymore. Maybe there are some Tarzan cartoons. My daughters are kind of familiar with Tarzan. My older daughter has seen one, but, it's not like she wanted to see any more or wanted to watch it over and over again. And Tarzan's just not part of the zeitgeist. So nobody really asked for this movie. It's directed by the same guy who directed the last 4 Harry Potter movies, which I thought he did a terrific job with. I wish he would have done that terrific job with this movie. It's very clear that I think he was kind of hands-off, and he let the actors do whatever they wanted. And, and why wouldn't you? You have a Samuel L. Jackson and a Christoph Waltz. The thing is, Christoph Waltz is very Christoph Waltzy in this movie, and Samuel L. Jackson is very Samuel L. Jackson-y. And I think it would have been nice if they were a little different than they normally are. He has Margot Robbie playing Jane, and Margot Robbie may be the most beautiful actress of this generation. and maybe the previous generation, and she's a very good actress and has been terrific in everything she's been in. But in this movie, she's like an actress from 2016 playing a character from 1884, but it seems like she's an actress from 2016. You know, there's nothing she has she's Australian, so she has an American accent, but she also has, you know how a lot of the young entertainers, a lot of young female entertainers, they do this vocal fry thing where they kind of talk like this, hey, how are you? You know, and Margot Robbie has that going on in this movie, and that's just a strange thing to hear in 1884. Now, I wasn't around in 1884, so I don't know if a lot of young women practice that vocal fry thing, you know, that they might have learned from Demi Lovato or Lindsay Lohan or whoever, but it just seems really out of place. And also the premise of this movie was terrifically flawed. From the very opening scene, something happened in the opening scene which I completely didn't buy into, and anybody who actually thinks for a second probably won't buy into either. You know, the strength of this movie, Alexander Skarsgård, who plays Tarzan, I mean, he does a good job for what it is. This is not an origin story, so when we meet him, he's Lord Greystoke, part of the House of Lords. And so the Tarzan thing is behind him, but he's very much still the legend, but he's now a refined gentleman. So that's sort of an interesting thing. And he does justice to the weak script that he's given. And the cinematography, when it's not being sullied by CGI and overzealous color grading, is nice to look at, but not enough for you to plunk down anywhere between $8 and $12. So 2 out of 5 stars.
I want you to know that you have offended me, and you need to apologize to Elizabeth Shue for insinuating that Margot Robbie was better looking than her in the last generation of movie stars. That is offensive.
It's not well, first of all, she's a very lovely woman, and it's not always about the aesthetic, although Margot Robbie, I think, really is probably one of the most gorgeous women on the face of the planet.
She's very beautiful, but she doesn't hold a candle to Elizabeth Shue. So
we're going to have to.
I thought you were Blake
we're going to
Lively.
have to agree to disagree.
No. There's no debate. There's no opinion. It's just a fact. Elizabeth Shue is the most beautiful woman on the planet, and always will be. And I always go back and watch Adventures in Babysitting.
Right, she's an attractive woman, but
All right.
Margot Robbie's like from another galaxy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the movie stylings of David Blousin. David, have a good 4th of July.
Take care, guys.